The top stories. Ethiopia's largest ever tech expo, Etex 2025, opens in Addis Ababa. And Armenian Deputy Minister expresses commitment to strengthening bilateral relations with Ethiopia. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, with me, Shfarao Lako, and thank you for watching us. Now, Government Communication Service State Minister Tasfaun Gobazai says that tangible outcomes have been registered in increasing productivity, ensuring sustainable peace and development over the Ethiopian fiscal year. Briefing the media today, the State Minister noted that the government has shown its firm commitment to peace by encouraging fighters to return to peace. Alongside its strong commitment for peace, the government is also carrying out effective law enforcement measures to protect peace and security of citizens from groups that reject the peace call. In its endeavors to realize Ethiopia's inclusive prosperity, the government has been registering tangible results in agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, and digital technology. With respect to ensuring food sovereignty, the State Minister noted that wheat cultivation through irrigation, the Bounty of Baskets initiative, among others, have been carried out, registering results in leaps and bounds. Moving on, the National Bank of Ethiopia and the European Investment Bank have inked an agreement set to enhance Ethiopia's efforts in building a sustainable financial system and advancing its green economy agenda. Deputy Governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, Solomon Desta, and the European Investment Bank representative for Ethiopia and the African Union, Leila Traore, signed the agreement in Addis Ababa. The deal underscores growing international support for Ethiopia's development goals, with the EIB poised to play a pivotal role in strengthening the country's financial infrastructure and climate resilience. The EU ambassador to Ethiopia, Sophie from MS Burger, welcomed the agreement as a significant step forward, emphasizing EU's broader commitment to supporting Ethiopia's development. Deputy Governor Solomon Desta described the agreement as a crucial tool in deepening cooperation between the two institutions and fostering financial stability. He also noted its potential to significantly support the country's transition to a green economy and to bolster climate adaptation efforts. The agreement will be implemented under the leadership of the National Bank of Ethiopia, providing essential support to the financial sector and the broader green growth framework, it was learned. Etex 2025, the largest technology expo and conference ever held in Ethiopia, has officially been opened in Addis Ababa, bringing together global industry leaders, innovators, policymakers, and investors under one roof. Co-organized by the Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute and the Information Network Security Administration, the three-day event is taking place at the Addis International Convention Center from May 16 to 18. In his opening remarks at the event, President Taye Atske-Selassie reaffirmed the nation's commitment to digital transformation, innovation, and Africa-led progress. The event serves as a premier platform to showcase Ethiopia's rapidly evolving digital landscape and to foster global partnerships. The expo highlights major advancements in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, smart cities, fintech, and digital education sectors that are transforming the country's economy under the Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy and the broader framework of the African Union's Agenda 2063.
The Ethiopian Technology Expo 2025 is not only an exhibition of technology advancement, it is, and I trust will remain, a dynamic platform for bold ideation, for bold thinking, transformative collaboration, and decisive action. This gathering embodies Ethiopia's determination to walk along the path of the next leaders of digital transformation. Over the past decade, Ethiopia has made an encouraging stride in building a relatively robust, secure, and inclusive digital ecosystem. In view of supporting Ethiopia's recent digital initiatives, such as the National Public Key Infrastructure and Secure Communication Platform, the Information Network Security Administration, INSA, has played a key role. These efforts reflect Ethiopia's commitment to cybersecurity and its growing role in promoting secure digital systems within the region.
With Ethiopia's IT service market projected to reach $2.44 billion by the end of the year, the country is fast emerging as a regional tech hub. Cybersecurity, in particular, now accounts for 40% of market revenue, with 70% of organizations identifying data and application security as a top priority. The event is expected to lay a strong foundation for future collaborations, investments, and innovations in Ethiopia's growing tech ecosystem. Have a listen to this.
One of the most compelling aspects of the ongoing digital transformation, and that deeply inspired all of us, is the empowerment of the next generation to play an active and meaningful role in this trajectory. Recognition of this very fact have made technology education a cornerstone of the Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy. Under this strategy, we have prioritized to equip young Ethiopians with cutting-edge skills in coding, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and data science. This is being achieved through close collaboration with our universities, technical institutes, and private sector tech hubs. Equally, Ethiopia is committed to playing a meaningful role in Africa's technological progress. This is in alignment with the African Union Agenda 2063. We believe that by leveraging our strategic location, young workforce, and growing digital infrastructure, we can contribute a more connected and innovative continent.
The Armenian Deputy Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sports expresses his country's keen interest in deepening relations with Ethiopia across various fields. He also hails Ethiopia's strategic location in expanding relations with African countries as well. Shagamato has more on that.
Ethiopia and Armenia have maintained relations that have lasted for centuries. A reflection of the two nations' elevation of ties is the ongoing visit of a delegation led by Armenian Deputy Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sports to explore the unfolding partnership with Ethiopia. Talking to Meet EVC, Armenian Deputy Minister Artur Martison says that Armenia is keen to deepen bilateral relations with Ethiopia.
Armenia is in a very interesting context as it comes to its development, and also it's equally relevant also for education and culture, and we really love to aid to expand these bilateral relations with Ethiopia, with whom we share these historical connections, and also be helpful with our experience of transformation in different aspects. As it comes, it's about the education management, it's about the education content, it's also about the higher education, and also about the cultural institutions. So I believe that, of course, economy, military, politics, they are very important, but if any given two nations, they want to become friends, it should start from education and culture.
Observing the immense potential to cooperate with Ethiopia, the Deputy Minister also hails the country's strategic location to expand relations with other African countries.
Ethiopia also serves as a platform for Armenia's relations with the African continent at large. But itself, Ethiopia is super interesting for us because of history and because of what we can suggest. And I think it would be experience exchange, because we are here also to learn from Ethiopian culture, which is one of the oldest in this planet. So I think if we be good enough to have more exchanges of music bands or cultural exchanges, and then continue with educational cooperation in the field of education. And by the way, I spoke about the higher education, but it's equally relevant to the public education at large, because Armenia is in the, I cannot think of any other period where we were passing that large-scale reforms, which is about both the management, digitization, and everything.
Armenian ambassador to Ethiopia, Sahak Sargisan, for his part, highlights the significance of such a high-level delegation with diverse composition to explore untapped potential.
Having high-level delegations and also the delegation that has such a diverse composition led by His Excellency Deputy Minister. It's very important because we explore all aspects of education, science, culture, etc. Sports as well, very important. But at the same time, the small steps are also important. For example, last year in October, at the invitation of the Manuscript Institute of Armenia, it's a Matenadaran Institute. It's a well-known, well-established, worldwide, well-known institute of preservation of old manuscripts. So they invited their partner, Addis Ababa University Institute of Ethiopian Studies. They have a repository of also old manuscripts, just to exchange their experiences and also the best practices, how to rehabilitate it, and also how to preserve.
The ambassador further expressed optimism about deeper Ethio-Armenian relations, emphasizing the potential of collaboration in various fields.
And finally, the World Bank has reiterated its commitment to further collaborating with the government of Ethiopia on its reform journey, commending the strong commitment of the government in creating a better business environment. In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian news agency, Sharon Varki, World Bank program leader for human development for Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Eritrea, said the bank is looking forward to further collaborating with the government of Ethiopia in its reform journey for future growth and productivity. Jerusalem Batzia has more on that.
The World Bank has reiterated its commitment to further collaborate with the government of Ethiopia on its reform journey. In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian news agency, Sharon Varki, World Bank program leader for human development for Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Eritrea, said that the bank is really looking forward to further collaborating with the government of Ethiopia on this reform journey for future growth and productivity.
We do see a very strong commitment from the government of Ethiopia to create a better business environment. There are a lot of reforms being taken. In addition to the macroeconomic reforms, there are several reforms being taken in ensuring that firms and farms have really access to finance, have access to better measures for improved productivity. With this, I think there is also a focus on certain high growth sectors, and I think these high growth sectors will lead to not only greater growth but better quality growth, which is highly important for the economic transformation of Ethiopia.
Praising the reform initiatives being undertaken by the government, Varki stressed further the need to sustain with more reforms to enable the private sector to invest and to do business in Ethiopia.
The World Bank, along with other development partners, including its private sector arm, which is the International Finance Corporation, is working to enable the private sector to really invest in the future and be part of the economic transformation of Ethiopia. Very importantly, this also requires investment in human capital and investing in the people, in education, health, and skills, which are foundational for future growth and economic transformation. So really looking forward to collaborate with the government of Ethiopia on this reform journey for future growth and productivity.
Very importantly, he underscored the need to invest in human capital. That's investing in the people in education, health and skills, which are foundational for future growth and economic transformation.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching EBC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Ethiopia's largest ever tech expo, ETEX 2025, opens in Addis Ababa. And Armenian Deputy Minister expresses commitment to strengthening bilateral relations with Ethiopia. Well, dear viewers, that's all the news there is for now. Many thanks for watching us. Bye-bye.